Peace, y'all, and welcome back to Game Time Astrology Podcast, the first ever sports astrology podcast. You heard it here first. It's your girl, Q Ray, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about this guy right here, BRONNY James. He has now entered into year 2, and already people have been bashing him, but I'm going to be talking to you guys about 3 astrological placements in his natal chart that I've seen that does confirm that he does not belong in the NBA, and he actually should be trying to forge his own path. So I'm going to make this real quick. I'm not going to do a bunch of cuts. Let's just jump right into it. The first placement that I saw was Chiron in Capricorn. Okay. Now, BRONNY James was born on October the 6th, which makes him a Libra. He actually does have a Libra stellium, and we know LeBron James Sr. is a Capricorn, and he actually has a Capricorn stellium. But LeBron James Jr., BRONNY James, was born with Chiron and Capricorn, same as Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders was born as well with Chiron and Capricorn. And basically, this placement means that the native with this placement will have some wounds around legacy, the father, authority, career, okay? That means that this person will feel very wounded in terms of their own legacy, forging their own path, could feel insecure about their career, about living up to the family legacy, these kinds of things. So this is something that BRONNY James is actually going through. We're seeing it quite publicly on display, and his Chiron in Capricorn is at 20 degrees. 20 degrees is a scorpionic degree. It is a degree that is ruled by the planet of Pluto and the sign of Scorpio, and it deals with the psyche, death and rebirth. It also deals with a lot of, psychological turmoil perhaps as well around, money as well. At 20 degrees, Pluto, Scorpio is the 8th house of shared resources. So thinking that what will happen is we can heal through the money that we make from a shared resource. And that's actually bringing me to the second actual placement in his chart, the Scorpio South Node. Now, our South Node in astrology is our comfort zone and the placement that we need to move away from in order to actualize and solidify our purpose and our destiny in our life. Now, with the Scorpio South Node, this basically means that BRONNY James has had lifetimes, if you believe in reincarnation, has dealt with several past lives where he forged his way through by having a shared resource, maybe being a trust fund kid, coming from a rich family, this kind of thing, and just kind of blending into that and using those shared resources and not making his own resource. Now, that brings me to the next astrological placement that he has that I want to talk about, which is his North Node in Taurus. Now, the North Node talks about our destiny in life, who we are meant to become, the purpose that we're meant to evolve to. Now, Taurus is 2nd house, Scorpio is 8th house of shared resources. Taurus is 2nd house of your own resources. So his actual path and his purpose in life is to forge his own resourcefulness, build his own wealth, and not kind of acquiesce and blend into what his father, LeBron James Sr., wants. But we see that, BRONNY James is a young man. He's in his 20s. And typically, Libra children, they do what their parents want them to do. They are in their shadow when they're younger. Libras that are not at their Saturn return yet are usually still operating in their shadow. And one of the characteristics of their shadow is people pleasing. Okay. Now, I do believe that BRONNY James is pleasing his father by, number one, last year entering into the NBA draft and now being an NBA player. And we can all see, everyone in the media can see that maybe he likes basketball, but this is not actually what he is meant to do. And it's not, because we see that he's failing miserably at it. You will fail if you blend into your South Node energy. You will rise and you will be successful when you step into your North Node energy. But see, the thing about it in the collective, everyone has a difficult time getting into that North Node energy unless they have some sort of personal planet that gives them that courage. Like if you have Jupiter in a conjunction with your North Node, then you're more likely to be more optimistic and be more abundant and be more, ready to step into your purpose. But with BRONNY, this is not the case, okay? So it is true that BRONNY James should not be playing in the NBA. He is purposefully supposed to create his own path and get away from the legacy of his father. Okay, I do believe that LeBron James has forced this young man into the NBA, and unfortunately, if Bronny James does not get out, he could later become very resentful of his father for making him do that, because with Chiron and Capricorn, there could be a fall in the career where a person will feel like they did not live up to the family legacy, and that wound will be even more insurmountable and even more of a pronounced pain point. So, in order for Bronny to heal that chironic wound, he is going to need to understand what his own career path looks like and move into that direction. And once he heals in that regard, he will be able to help other people heal in the world. Like, oh my God, Bronny James became a video gamer, or created a video game company, or managed this person or that person. Bronny James needs to find his own second house, his own resourcefulness, and not lean on the resourcefulness of his father and his resources, the resource to get him into the NBA. He needs to find his own resource, and he will be more successful and more happy. And hey, listen, I have Neptune conjunct my ascendant, so I feel for the kid. Shout out to you, Bronny James. I hope you find your way. Peace.